Chapter 3. So as a baby, she had to move and go to this place called Bray in Hopewell, where she was staying with her mother for that time being, till she had to move again. But as time goes by, there was a lot happening within that time as well. Things that was happening in her personal life with her siblings, and that caused her to be going through a lot of challenges, and like as I said, some parts of these stories I will not be speaking about because I will leave my mother to speak her story of what happened. But I'm just gonna fast forward to myself. So at the age of 2 years old, I cannot remember this. I cannot remember what had happened, but I can only tell you what my foster mother had told me. My foster mother told me that she was driving and saw this thing running to the bush on the side of the road. And she was saying, wait, I want child that me just see or what me see. So she said she stopped her vehicle and she was looking to see if she would see whatever run into the bush, if it would come out. And yes, I crept my little ass out back on the side of the road. And she's like, oh my God, it's a child. She got out of her car and she come and got me. She's like, she found this little girl and she's thinking to herself, what is she going to do? She said, all right, she's going to take me to the police station and tell them if nobody claims this child, she will come back and take this child. So she did. The next day, went back to the police station. I was still there. Nobody came to claim me. So she took me and kept me under her safe, loving care. Now this lady had been nothing but good and kind to me. She was an angel in disguise. I do not know how I got on the side of that road, who put me there, and why was I there. That story still has not been cleared to me. So I don't want to speak of it because I still have not, even though me ask why at 2 years old I was on the side of the road. They don't want to talk. My mother don't want to talk about it. She don't want to tell me. She don't want to give me the real truth. So I'm just gonna be honest, because this is who I am, very honest. My mother, however, she was a lawyer. My foster mother, let me go back. My foster mother was a lawyer. Very big lawyer in Montego Bay. I will not disclose her name because of certain things, and she's no longer in Jamaica. However, she has given me the best care that I've ever had, and I'm very grateful for that care that she has bestowed upon me. She has put me into private school, allowed me to go to Torada Heights Prep, allowed me to travel, and allowed me to be myself. Because I can remember at the age of 4, I remember she giving me her car keys and say, go start up the car. And I would start the engine every AM. Get ready to go to school. She dropped me off at school and she's always there to pick me back up, take me home, always giving me a beautiful birthday party when it is my birthday. She allowed me to have the experience to go on the big jet plane flying to London. I would be going to London in the summer, and then next year I would go to London in the winter. So I've experienced London in the summer and experienced it in the winter. And it had broadened my experiences and intelligence and awareness of travel, of education, and also allowed me to be very communicative because she always had given me an open door. I could speak to her about everything. She allowed me to feel free and open to always come to her. And I will never forget that no matter how young I was, I remembered that I could tell her every and anything. I wouldn't have to worry of being whooped, beaten, ridiculed, cussed out, or feeling neglected. She's always given me that room of freedom, and I appreciate love her very much. You know who you are. Thank you so much, and I love you. So while being in foster care, my mother has no way of letting me be able to meet my dad. Because I was in foster care, and she has to be in and out of court for me, in and out of court for her siblings, and she was going through a lot at that time, to my understanding. However, I was told the news when I was almost 6 years old that I would have to return to my real mother. But before I got there, I recall that I was at school in my classroom, and this lady came to my classroom window and calling out, Kadisha, Kadisha. And I'm looking like, who's that lady called? Who's that lady? And all the students in my class looking at me like, there's a lady calling your name. And I'm looking at this lady like, I don't know who this lady is. I don't know who this lady is. However, it seemed like the teacher was aware of who this lady is. And they went and they escorted my mother up. She's my mother, by the way, my real mother. She was escorted off the premises and was told not to come back to the school. This was at Torada Heights Prep in Coral Gardens. I remember when my foster mother came to get me, I said to her, there was this lady at my school calling my name and telling me, it's mommy.